What is up, everybody? It's me, it's RDV, and I'm here again with Easy Eric Brain, bringing you some light entertainment tonight. Nice, cool, calm, crisp entertainment. How's it going, Eric?
I'm surprised you didn't say, "How's it going, little Eric Breen?" See,
No, I was going more like light FM with Delilah. Remember that shit in the '90s?
I remember when I was a teenager, the cool local FM station was a station called WBN,
Yeah.
and every Sunday night they had a guy named Ty Williams. He was spinning the platters all through the night, and I mean, he was like, if you remember the comedian Stephen Wright, it
Yeah.
was just it was
Right.
they could have been the same person.
I know
It was
what you're
crazy.
talking
They used to
about.
play an album on Sunday nights, and
Yeah.
people would. Let's give you an idea of how things have changed. People would sit in front of their stereos, and they'd put a tape recorder up to the speaker so they could tape
Record it.
the new album
Yep.
that would come out because they would play it uninterrupted.
Yep.
And now here it is,
So
less than 50 years later, and yeah,
the '90s, they had the Casey Kasem had on Sundays. Countdown. I had on my Panasonic. I was able to record stuff. So I was recording songs off of the countdown with Casey Kasem. I'd pause, record again, pause, record again.
try to time it and
Yeah,
not miss out.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
It
So
always missed that first second because it always took the cassette about a second to get going.
yep.
And
Yeah.
then it was okay. I'm gonna try to press it like a second before it starts. See if I can get it all that way.
Yeah.
Never worked.
And then I got myself one of those like boombox ones. It has like a 5 disc changer, on it and built into it. But it has also, heck, you can record from cassette to cassette, or you can record from CD to cassette.
But you know what? Those were hard to put over your shoulder and strut down the street.
Mine was on. I used to. If you remember when I first started streaming here, I had a TV entertainment center here, like a wooden one, a brown one. I had it on top of that. I always sit on top of there, and that's how. And I never moved it. It's just sat there. Because the speakers, would come to, you could actually mount if you want to up here and have on the bottom like a regular radio. It's kind of cool, but yeah, man, all the technology, man, that's changed over the years. Now, you don't do about that. You can just go click save as, or download.
And the only thing I have upstairs, I mean, I've got an old stereo that I didn't put together. It wasn't mine, but yeah, I accumulated all the parts. The
Yep.
speakers are about 3 feet tall, and I'm regretting that because I can barely lift them now. To take them back down, I'm going to put them out in the street and say free. But I was little Boses, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
works fine. I mean, I'm not an audiophile, so I mean, I've got friends that
So
when they get together and start talking about this stuff, they truly might as well be speaking a different language because that's how little of it I understand.
have you ever heard of speakers called OHM?
I may have, but
They're tall. It's on the ground, and they're square, foam, black foam top. They're wooden.
Okay.
They're dark green wood, and they have like the speaker foam black around it.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be like the highest quality for surround stuff. My dad got them from his aunt, and like we still have them. They're in good condition. If somebody wants to get them, they can hook them up.
Well, I said when I was a kid, the rule was the bigger the better, and the speakers were literally pieces of furniture.
That's what these are.
Yeah, and
They stand taller than the couch.
oh yeah, they. I mean, at least you could put lamps on them, and in those days, I'm sure they were lava lamps.
we got another speakers too there on our entertainment center. We have the long wooden grain ones they already had. They have the 2 doors above them. They have the drawer. They have the TV go inside, hideaway TV. So that's what I have in my room. And the
promise
speakers,
you,
we do put stuff on top of the speakers on that side, but we make sure it's nothing that's gonna vibrate off.
and if you ever decide to move it, you know what you're going to find out? You have no friends.
Oh yeah.
Nobody's going to come pick up the other end of one of those. My grandma had one of those, Yeah, you flip the thing and the turntable comes out. It wasn't she didn't have her TV on that, but that was that was heavier than all get out.
My dad said, yeah, he said he's like, well, he got it because it's never moving, and if it is moving, he said like we'll be long dead. The kids have to move it.
Well, I mean, yeah, people don't realize that. Yeah, there was a time when the TV sat on the floor because you couldn't put it on anything that it wouldn't collapse,
Oh yeah,
and it's just amazing
the little stands they
how.
had, the rickety stands they had for the
Yeah,
TVs.
well, and then the ones that were literally like the consoles with the wood paneling around them. They were made to look like giant pieces of furniture,
Yeah.
and it's just amazing. Now I don't bowl anymore, but my bowling ball, that if I still had one, would weigh more than the TV I have upstairs.
Well, the TV that I carried downstairs from my brother's bedroom upstairs, I guarantee that ball weighs less. That was a
Well,
big old tube TV.
like I
Yeah,
said, I've
one
got
of
one
those.
sitting on the
Yeah.
floor in one of my quote unquote comic book rooms that I can't move because I'm not strong enough to even take it down a flight of stairs anymore. I'm too old. And it's too
It's
bulky there's nowhere to, I mean, there's a handle, but
yeah. There's really nothing to grab onto these things.
no,
You need to have it because you got to have two people, one on each side and on the bottom, because your heads are going to slide off if you try to go like this.
yeah, I said, I have two choices. I either disassemble it and like throw it away in pieces or get hire like a 2 man in a truck. But I'm not going to pay somebody $100 to take something out of my house that's worth nothing. If
The one I had, the cabinet I had here, was on wheels. The stand I had, it was right here. It was on brown, it had wheels, and it had the ventilation on both sides. For with the TV. TV was just enough for it to fit in there. It was probably a 22. No, actually, I think it was bigger than that. I think it might have been a 26, but it just barely fit their height and stuff. And I had the little shelf on the bottom. I had like the glass doors, the ones if you gotta be careful because I shattered one. Static electricity. I went to go grab it. Pop! The thing exploded. And I was like, okay, I guess that happens.
this thing, the screen, I think, is about the size of my computer screen now. But
Yeah.
the surroundings, it's got the VHS and the DVD player. And when I had my DC, it was in my DC room back when I had them, and I would put in DVDs of like old superhero stuff, like the Superman cartoons, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got the most comfortable recliner that God ever put on the earth in there. And I was usually gone in under 5 minutes.
Yeah. What's up, Undead Quinn? You can sell the old speakers for money. Yeah, dude, mine, the ones I have, I can sell them if I wanted to. Someone will come in and buy them. That we don't use them. They're in peak condition. And some of them are going going for $200-$300. Depending per speaker, because they're so hard to find. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to speakers like old stuff, if you take care of something, there's always something who wants to buy it. It's just you got to find that buyer. That's the problem, though. That's why it's like as I said, when it comes to selling stuff, it's a lot of us we hoard on the things, thinking that okay, it's if I ever do sell this, it's in nice condition, but whenever we come to find out that nobody wants it because everybody wants these smartphones, they want this new stuff, the Wi-Fi. Nobody wants the old school record players.
Oh, record players people do want.
But now they are, yeah. Like I said, those are because there's some style. Now they're making the new records for like Taylor Swift and all the other artists stuff. People are like, oh, it's just so cool. I'm thinking like, man, we went away from records because records were just the point where it's a pain in the butt.
Well,
where do you store those?
The thing that brought the records back there is twofold. Kids decided they were cool. Yeah. And kids set all the trends.
Yes.
And I noticed that there would be people would come into the store and they'd pay $30 for an LP who wouldn't have paid 30 cents for the same thing on CD because they can just download that. But the records have, a collectability to them.
Yeah.
Um, and that's the other one is people decided to get back into that. So it went from a niche market where what it had been for years
Mm-hmm.
to basically saving what was left of the quote unquote record store because without records, I mean, there's no, you couldn't survive on just CDs now.
No,
That's why
and
all the mall stores are gone.
well, CDs are obsolete now because iTunes. Now it's all digital now,
Well,
and
they're not completely obsolete. I mean, we still sell a ton of them, but it's mostly now. Somebody might be in the store and they're look at that CD that used to be $10 used is now $3, and you go, it's less trouble than downloading it for $3. I'll take it. So that kind of thing. But
sure, there's always people who are going to buy stuff because not everybody can afford to do the iTunes, and nobody wants to do the smartphone thing. There's always the people like as my age and older as we get is like would rather just give me the record, give me the CD, give me the 8-track. The guy for WISN, Conservative Talk Radio here, he has an 8-track player, and every car he gets, he has him install his 8-track player into it.
Undead Quincy, I found Flintstones DVDs. Do you have big lots where you are?
I have big lots.
Okay, because when they used to buy remainders of DVDs that were going out of print, for a couple months they were getting everything. I mean, I bought like probably close to 100 classic movies, but they also had all the Flintstones seasons for $3 each. So I snapped all those up. I don't know if I've ever played any of them.
Yeah, I'm glad he said the Flintstone DVDs, not the Flintstones vitamins. Those have been gone for a while.
So back to getting to the topic at hand. What do you think about the couple pieces of news in comics the last couple days?
I really haven't been. Well, I mean, okay. There is one I know about that's as far as Jim Lee is going to be working with Jeff Loeb.
Yes,
kicking Zdarsky's butt off of the main Batman title.
Is it going to be on the main title or a standalone series?
That's what it sounds like. It's going to be on the main title, and now I don't. The only research I've done on this, I watched Thinking Critical West, and he kind of hinted at that. That they're stretching out the issues and stuff. As far as the delaying stuff. So they're looking by January, maybe is when you're going to start seeing Jeff Loeb taking over, kind of in there. And honestly, if that's true, I'm curious to see what Jeff Loeb's going to do because I love his Batman along Halloween, that kind of style writing. I love the dark, creepy stuff.
You can get an idea of what his Batman will be like because he was writer on Superman Batman when they brought Supergirl back.
Yeah, I remember the app.
It'll be fine. And if rumor has it that the issues are already done, again, I'll believe that when I see it. But
what do you mean? Jim Lee's had nothing to do this past 5 years.
Maybe you can get out that second issue of Wildcats from 1998. Rob Liefeld's doing Youngblood again.
Yeah, Youngblood. Yeah, that's the other thing. Youngblood's come back.
I don't know if that's
gonna go for it though.
Gonna mean anything at this point, but probably the same people that picked up his Deadpool and like the stuff he did for Marvel.
I get the Deadpool Bad Blood because it's Rob Liefeld running Deadpool and not nobody else.
But I love you, Richard, who I know you don't follow anymore. I was watching one of his videos, and he goes, "Yep, when the chips are down." I said, "When the comics are hit their low point," he goes, "That's when you call in the big guns." And he said the comic industry had been a they-them daycare center for the last 10 years. That made me laugh.
That is true though. So that's the other thing too, because Chip Zdarsky started off strong, and then he started having a hard on for Grant Morrison and everything he's done for Batman.
And
I don't. I mean, he repeated Batman Inc. and all that crap. I don't. I'm done with that. So Jeff Loeb, I don't see him bringing any politics, or at least whatever he believes, whether he's far left or whatever. I don't see him being like. I think he's more center or at least
Yeah,
the way he writes.
I've never seen him bring his politics into
No,
his book.
exactly. So I think he's more rational minded than Zdarsky, or and so I think you're going to start seeing possibly a better Batman until they decide to kick him off because we're like, yeah, we can't get a lot of good things on our main books.
There's no way you get at this point in Jeff Loeb's career. I doubt if he even wants a permanent assignment.
No.
I know Jim Lee doesn't.
No, of course, Jim Lee doesn't. Yeah,
but I.
But what exciting?
That's going to be. That's going to be a test. I don't think I can if that prick is still there, and I'm sure he still will be. But
so Batman, the last Halloween is just for those who think that he can't write anymore. It's phenomenal. I've been liking it. I read the prologue and I read the issue 1 that came out. I'm liking it. I mean, we've been reading on the channel here. We're reading Dark Victory, which is the sequel series, and I like them all together. Like, I think they're really great.
I've criticized what he's written, but I've never criticized his writing. I mean, he's a good writer. It's just, like I said, I don't like that version of Supergirl.
I understand that.
And but I love his Long Halloween. I loved his. Have you ever read Spider-Man Blue?
Yes,
that was tremendous. So I said I like Jeff Loeb on special projects.
Sure,
and I'm going to treat this as one. If
he can bring that same energy though, and just keep bringing it every issue and not have studio interference, sure.
Yeah, if I can, I may have to practice some selective hypocrisy there.
Hey, Eloise, what's up? What's up, Brian Stam? Saying Last Halloween is great. It is, like I said. When we were originally last year or the year before, Puppeteen and I think Trusty's Sidekick, and I think if even had Action Comics come on for a while and read with us. We read the Batman Long Halloween. I've never read it before. And I was not a fan of Tim Sale's art. But reading Dark Victory, oh my gosh. And like his art just fits that gritty story. So now I understand why people like the art on that book because it's really cool. And it's like I said, with the last Halloween, him doing the art on the prologue book, and then other people emulating, his or imitating his art. It's I love it. It's great.
And that's these stories are supposed to be set in Batman the early days.
Yeah, like year 2.
I think he did the art. I think it was Loeb and Sale. Catwoman When in Rome.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's another good series.
Because when I originally got the Long Halloween box set, it was when the Matt Reeves Batman came out. They released a box set. They had the Long Halloween. Then you had Catwoman and When in Rome, and then you also had Batman Ego or something like that with Darwin Cook and stuff. So honestly, I'm getting older, man. Because remember, I did not like Jack Kirby's art. It's grown on me. Tim Sale's has grown on me. It's like I guess I'm just caving. or I'm seeing the beauty behind their art, the more deeper meaning, the way they do things. But when do we start? We'll start the comic list. Well, we'll go in there. Oh, sorry about that. We're just been kind of talking about some of the stuff that's going on with the news, and we're talking a little bit about the hurricane and stuff on the air, and yeah. Who else in your room? And I wish the Loeb McGinnis Hulk on this gets a reprint. Don't want to shell $250 for the original. I want to print. Yeah, that is crazy. And Ellie says it got back into gaming. Oh, is that why you haven't been around here? You just been playing games? I could easily go into a Backstreet Boys song. Don't play games with my heart, or is that NSYNC? I never know. Was there a difference? All right, let me share my screen here. We'll get this going here. Oh, did I see Jackson? Oh, go. Good. It's Glenzer. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a green icon. I thought it was Jackson here. All right. So I imagine you have about 5 on your list, at least.
I do.
Ooh. I wonder if we'll have more than one that crosses over.
I'm gonna guess we are going to have possibly 3, but no more.
What about Neymar? Oops. There you go. All right. Oh, that was weird. Alrighty. Do I normally do? I usually do 4 or 3. Can't remember how I do this. At least I know how I do it. Alrighty. Well, let's go. Let's go with yours first.
All right, my number 5 is Geiger.
Ooh, Geiger. Oh, look at that. Look how close it is to the top.
Yeah. It's the best selling. I noticed that Ghost Machine is annihilating the Millerverse in sales.
It is, which kind of bugs me, but also this thing, it's competition. I like this, as far as that, So I mean, and then honestly, even if it annihilates in sales, guess what? Mark Millard isn't worried about that. He's
No,
got money, so it's not like he's gonna go away.
I agree in that, and I like the Millerverse better. So it's
Yeah,
but I'm used to liking things that put me in the minority. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I've enjoyed the series. It's admittedly, I'm not, as I say every time this comes up, I'm not a big fan of the dystopian wasteland stories, but it is what it is. But there's just too much talent on these books not
yeah.
to want to read them. I mean, they can make things I'm not passionate about worth reading. So I'm not even sure where they're going next, but yeah, that's my number 5.
So it says they come across a hidden community in the wastelands, the one that offers an echo of what was once suburban America. Oh, for what could be again. But the dark forces in pursuit of glowing man threaten to destroy it all, and only the unleashed rage of Geiger can stop them. But will Tariq go too far? The answer: yes.
Nice.
Like they're not holding back. Did you see this cover?
Whoa, wait a minute.
The Paul Potier.
Yeah, when is he the new artist on that, or is he a guest artist?
I think he makes a guest artist right now.
I said I've loved it. I've been reading comics drawn by Paul Pelletier for over 30 years now, and he's got a unique style, but he has never turned into a funhouse mirror of himself.
I just like this because the first thing I thought of was the Punisher cutting grass.
And any, in case anybody's confused on what I mean by that, Todd and McFarlane.
I wonder if he's on the next one. Well, he might be taking over. Let's see who's on the one after that. He might be taking over. He's got the next two.
Artist. So yeah. Well, not surprised that Gary Frank would need a break.
At least he didn't go quietly.
I see what you did there. I'd have been fine with that, honestly.
Yeah. Like I said, we're spoiled with Gary Frank, and he's still doing covers.
But the reality is, we're probably lucky we got 6. It's 6 issues at a time is about all you can count on him for at this point. And I'm guessing that he'd been working on these for a while to make sure that he did get the first 6. And like I said, Paul Pelletier is not Gary Frank.
No.
But I would take Paul Pelletier over 99% of the people working for the big 2.
Isn't that crazy? Like how many, there is so many bad artists and very few good writers. And the few that there are, they're hanging out with the ones that are good artists. Like basically they just did Atlas Shrugs. They said, screw yeah, we're going our own utopia. They left.
I said that's there's
and
There's not a
hopefully
lot
it
of
works.
talent left at either one of the big two, and that's
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Image do that? A lot
do
of the good
what?
artists and the good writers left to go to Image, create
Oh
Image.
no, no, no! It was all artists.
So it was
That was the thing
okay.
when Image started. They were the textbook definition of style over substance because there was no substance. It
Mm,
was all what's a all hat, no cattle. They're
yeah.
beautiful to look at, but they were simplistic. They were because none of them were writers. I mean, you saw you had Todd McFarlane is not a writer. Spider Man
Mm,
showed us that. Spawn hammered that point
right,
home.
right, right.
Now, about 5 years in, when the bloom had come off the rose, they started hiring people like Grant Morrison and Alan Moore and real writers, Garth Ennis, Warren Ellis, I think
Mm,
Warren Ellis, and the books were still beautifully done. Only now they had fantastic writing. Nobody cared by then because
yeah.
because Image came in right before the bubble burst. So I mean there are some very inflated sales on early Image titles. But yeah, I said any chance you get to get any of the Wildcats or Storm Watches or things like that, Authority in the late '90s, well worth it.
Yeah. I can speak for Authority because those I read through all those. It's one of the last things that I read with Skip. We did a little offline on Discord. Or actually, it was on Discord. I'd say did a little book club with Ash and Zach and I think, and then we talked about that very very fun book. A lot of Warren Ellis, basically like every issue is like, you remember that show that you like? I liked it too. It's in this issue. But we can't say it. It is.
I kind of wished I'd kept them, now, but I say that about a lot of things.
I mean,
as far as like to read again,
well, Planetary, like the Fantastic Four were the villains. It was really like messed up. I was like, what? It's
someday I'd like to revisit Planetary because I have no remembrance of it for as highly regarded as it is.
a guy here is based. I'll just say what I can remember offhand. A guy, he joins. He's. I think it was Ellis. I forget what the guy's original name was, but this guy, he has no memory, and they solve stuff, weird mystery stuff, and then as they come across, there's just different nods to different things. There's a Godzilla nod, and then there's like a one to like some old sci-fi stuff, and just a lot of cool stuff. There's even a Shazam one, Captain Marvel character in it too as well. But and Dick Quinn says he only got 2 books this week. All right, I'm gonna go my number 5. I gotta scroll down a little bit. All right, Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age, number 5. The series was kind of like getting a little slow for me, but it started picking up with the last issue with Alan Scott getting the Green Lantern ring, and now, well, Smallville, Kansas, they have a sheriff there, and it's freaking Superman. This whole entire time, we were being taught, told that like the Kryptonians, the Sun People, were evil. They came over millions of years ago, and they conquered the Earth and stuff. And now it's like we meet Superman, and I'm just so glad because I'm done with the evil Superman. I like this. Yeah. So here it says basically secure the secrets of the ancient Kryptonian age, but when the ruthless task force challenges the town's seemingly bumbling sheriff to deadly duel, they'll quickly discover this lawman is far more than they ever realize. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. And there actually is some other covers. So there's a Marco Santucci as a little Batman cover. And then here was it. Then there's the Alex Maleev cardstock variant.
How long is this series supposed to go for?
I think 12. They haven't really said. On the main cover, look. Maybe it shows. It does not list. This is issue 5. This might be 12 issues. Who knows? It's a nice little ongoing story. So I would imagine probably I'm gonna say 12. I don't think it'll go past that. But because if it was be 6, it would have ended. And I was looking. I went forward the other before, and it just keeps going.
Yeah, I think you're all right.
Or actually, no,
Not
it
being
is.
12.
It'll actually it pops here being 6, but I think it's gonna be here.
Oh wow, Jake the Snake.
Yep. Yeah. So the next issue is gonna have Batman beating Superman, and then kind of like I think it might come back with another one. So they got a Justice League here, going. So I think what the Kryptonian age is gonna end, and I think they're gonna do another Batman by Gotham by Gaslight, but it's gonna be like the Justice League probably. I would be surprised if they do that. Just or a new version of the Justice League Elseworlds, because they've been really popping up and just reprinting all these Elseworld stories in trades now. So, but that is my number 5 for this week. All right. Yes, and Gary Frank is old in age, but I don't think he might be younger than you, Eric. So I don't call him old.
Most people are. My number 4 is Rocketeer Breaks Free.
Say what? Scroll down forever. I wasn't kidding. There you go. Ironically, though, that is also my number 4 as well, sir.
And Gary Frank is 54 or 5, depending on whether he's had his birthday or not.
Yeah, I was
All
gonna say.
Right, so our number 4.
Yeah,
Tell us about number 4.
Well, we got the Razzies. The Razzies, yes, the Razzies are back with their own Rocketeer group, and they've taken over Alcatraz. And so basically, we're gonna have Cliff. Well, not Cornwell, but we're gonna Cliffy here. He's gonna be going against them. Betty's gonna get involved, possibly, because that's the one thing about Cliff. He gets it over his head sometimes. Because, and I think with remember the last issue. Yeah, so here last issue was the U-boat attack on the bridge. And Cliff has to protect his and friends. And he's also going to near real and special allies, including a mysterious figure from his past who previously had designs of his own, the Rocket Pack. Defeating. So I wonder if it's the G-Man from the original government guy. Because there was a guy remember the guy was that the Shadow? There was a guy in a plane that the Rocketeer teamed up with. Well, that wasn't the Shadow, was it?
No.
But I think it's that guy. Might be that guy. Who knows? I haven't really said, but they're breaking into Alcatraz this issue. And they don't, yeah. So here's the Saz Johnson variant. So you get a little Alcatraz being reflected in the lens there.
Yeah, I just want to extend my condolences to the Dodgers for getting no outs on the double play that they attempted. That's just tough break.
Ooh, that's horrible. It's great when it happens, but if you don't make it, oh, that's horrible. But yeah, like I said, Stephen Mooney's been pretty good. Stas Johnson is the artist in here, so it's that you just saw with the shield, with the lens. That's his art on the variants. So
that's pretty cool, actually.
I'm liking this. I honestly, anytime it takes place and then before World War II, I just love this era. Like right there, it's just for the technology they had, the way people dressed, the way people talked. Yeah. And it was before. Was this before? No, they had buses. I'm trying to think when because they remember at least where I live, in Milwaukee or the near city. Basically they took the trolleys out and replaced them with buses because they kept freezing in the middle of the winter. So it's hard to like the gauge as far as when they replace all the trolleys. But I mean, yeah, kind of cool, man. Let's go.
Well, Glenzer, you might have a shot here because Bueller's probably pissed because apparently he got robbed of like 6 figures worth of jewelry out of his house or something yesterday.
And it brings up a good thing. What happened to the Murphyverse? He did that Zorro book, and no one gives a shit about him anymore.
Oh yeah, yeah, really. It's like he exposed himself to be just another leftist shill. Yeah, because I said the library book or whatever the hell that was called, Page Break or what was that?
Oh, pockets, potholes,
Potholes. Yeah, and then
it's his career.
Then the bait and switch with Zorro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. There you go, Glenzer. 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, they did tease that Batman was going to meet Superman in that, and I wonder if he got pushed aside so they could release the Batman Last Halloween, and then as also the Kryptonian Age.
Oh, DC will never put a Batman book on the shelf for another Batman book. They'll just put the other Batman book on the shelf.
Because also you got this all new all in crap, like they're really pushing that as
well. That's this year's Dawn of DC.
Yeah,
but so you see where Absolute Batman's coming out tomorrow, and
yeah,
I am amazed that that was not number one.
Well, I'm not amazed because the main Spider-Man's number one.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, because if you had Ultimate Spider-Man coming out this week, that would be in first place.
Yeah, but a very hyped new Batman, I can't believe can't get more orders than just another issue of a terribly received Spider-Man. I realize most people just get him and bag him up and put him away, but yeah, that's if I were DC right now, that would terrify me. It is assuming anybody cares.
It might just be on League of Comic Geeks, and I don't know.
It'll be. We'll see what happens. Overall, but
obviously we've seen this before with League of Comic Geeks. What books, when they're really hot, people grab them. Chip Zdarsky's Batman was really hot, and then that dropped by 100 by the second issue. Those first issues are always like really high, and like people want to get them, and then but that's being beat up by I'm Not Hawkeye. Yes. Clint Barton isn't Hawkeye in the new Ultimates, as you can, if you are not aware. They're doing a theme. They started with She-Hulk. Now they're doing it with a Hawkeye. At this point, I understand it's Elseworlds, but I don't need the Walmart group, the Walmart Ultimates. But I don't know. So let's go to your number 2. Yeah, that was your number 4. Your 3.
Here's where we diverge. Johnny Quest.
Ah, yes. Let me scroll down.
Scrolling. There we go.
Move him in, move him out. Move him in, move him out.
Yeah, I said, my supposed to be debate opponent has crushed it on the first 2 issues of this.
Oh. Joe Casey.
Yeah, I was supposed to debate him on the Korvac saga on Purchase Channel.
Oh.
Never came to. He was so cocky. He said he'd take either side of it. And I was smart enough to realize that two types of people you don't want to debate on YouTube. A girl, because you're going to lose no matter what.
Yeah.
Or a well-liked comic pro, because you're going to lose no matter what. So I'm not, would have liked to have done it, but anyway, this is very cool. Like I said, they're it's set in the past, but they have catapulted into the present, our present, and where we find out that his dad and Race Bannon are long dead, and Haji is they're obviously Haji and Johnny are old men now, and they don't see eye to eye anymore, and the big bad who, and I admit I'm not a Johnny Quest aficionado by any stretch.
Oh, I see what you
So
did there.
what's up?
See what you did there, aficionado.
But so I can't. I don't have the big bad's name on the committed to memory. I've just enjoyed these as being two really good books without really having the history. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Rod has. I know Rod's enjoyed these, and he
Yep.
is a fan. So
Did he ever read Frankenstein? I feel like he hasn't read it yet.
I don't know.
Because he made the excuse on how he left it like upstairs or downstairs. He brings his book upstairs. He didn't think you're gonna read it. So, and I sometimes I wonder if he's just like, ooh, wrestling. He's like shiny. And I'm like, oh, that's right. I need to read this. Like, but yeah, the property's coming back. You got Johnny Quest. You got Thundercats. You got Transformers. You got Space Ghost. Flash Gordon. Defenders of the Earth. Like, take your pick, man. Dick Tracy.
Yeah, so if you this is a definite recommend.
Every title I just mentioned there, none of them are woke.
No, it's like I said that when it's time to make money, you bring in people that can get the job done.
This is your dynamite. So this gives me hope because I've been enjoying the Red Sonja with Torn Grunbeck on there, and that's been great. So Dynamite's kicking butt with this too, as well as Space Ghost. So that's 3 books that they have ongoing they're over at Dynamite that's actually been really good. So, but yeah, if you're enjoying a book that you never really watched the show for, I guess you can't really be disappointed because you're like, wow, that's not supposed to be like this. They should have done this thing.
And that's I think that's what's allowed me to like Dick Tracy.
Yep.
Yeah, and same with Space Ghost.
You come in with a normie kind of like
I did.
Yeah.
I looked up. I watched a Space Ghost from '66 on YouTube the other day.
How rough was that?
Oh, it's glorious. Are you kidding? I mean, they're like 6.5 minutes long.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's yeah, better. They're just like in and out, little blips. See what I did there?
Oh,
because Blips the monkey.
I never watched the show. I don't know. I only know.
I know you well enough to know when that was a. I should probably know this. I'm going to pretend like I do. I'm just going to go along with it.
Who is the monkey in Speed Racer?
Chim Chim.
Chim Chim. What does a lot of shows have?
Don't bring that weak stuff in here.
No, the Wonder Twins also had a chimp.
Fuck off.
I never watched it, so I couldn't tell you. You could have named a random name like, yeah, it's great. But you notice their theme there?
Oh my god.
Have you noticed the theme though? Kids and monkeys. Older cartoons.
Yeah, see her Glenser right there. It's still on the screen. Need the Padres also with 07. It's the bottom of the second. They're up 6-1. I think you might be safe. Jeez. Oh, this is terrible. Dodgers going to be 1 game away from elimination. Hate when bad things happen to good people. All right, you're number 3, sir.
Alrighty. Go back here and we'll. Mine was a few rows above yours. I was shocked. But this is also a Dynamite book coming out. It's a new number 1 from the writers of Thundercats, ongoing. The Terminator. Yeah, It says the plans to kill Sarah Connor and her son John have failed, but the genocidal Skynet isn't out of options yet. There are still a few more avenues, electric avenues, to say probably, into the past that will allow to destroy human resistance as poised to smash the predators into cell contract. Blah blah blah. So, opening a new front in the war, terminators are dispatched across the globe and throughout time and target current resistant fighters. So, if you want to take out the people who are still alive, they're in the future. Yeah, makes sense. You don't take out just one person. Send a bunch out. Why not? and so basically, none of these. Basically, go through time. Resistance fighters, their ancestors, anyone else lucky to be in the strike zones. And while none of these secondary assignments are straightforward as the missions of the first T-800 and the T-1000, time is literally on the machine side. Yes. I see what they did there.
By the way, props for going all Eddie Grant there.
Really?
Yes.
Who's Eddie Grant? Say it, I wrote it down.
Electric Avenue.
Oh, Electric Avenue. Yeah, I love the song. Yeah. All right.
I'll. Can you name his other hit?
Oh, I probably. That's the thing, though. There's so many songs that I don't know who the artists are.
I can play the melody in my head. I can't remember the name of it.
What's the main chorus?
I don't know the words. I just know how it goes. But he was. Electric Avenue was, like I said, he was close to a one-hit wonder, maybe a 1.5 hit.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, shoot.
So, like I said, the creators of Thundercats, currently on Old Dog, returns to not the creator, but the current writer on Thundercats, and Old Dog returns to present for another blockbuster Dynamite series, joining the Rising Star artist Luke Sparrow from Star Trek. Because why wouldn't you want to jump ship from that book? That ship was horrible. That book was horrible.
Oh, good luck. There's 2 words that would have that book staying on the shelf for me.
Aaron Sparrow?
No, Declan and Shalvey.
Oh, honestly, that's what I've been reading in Thundercats. I've had no issues with it. So if he's a woke person, he's not putting it in the book.
Oh, he is most assuredly woke.
He is not. He's pulling a Mark Waid and not putting it into the books. So, like I said, if Thundercats was like that, heck no. But this is a different avenue. This is more of an adult setting instead of where Thundercats was a kid's thing. We'll see what the
biggest complaint I've heard about Declan Shalvey as far as his work is that it's just a lot of it's just not that interesting.
It's kind of mid. Yeah.
So that's
some of the issues they have of Thundercats are fillers. I'll admit that. But I mean, I don't know. It's. I also remember watching the cartoon, and the cartoon had a lot of filler episodes, so I can't really blame him for just mimicking what the show was doing. But I don't know. I would say this: Thundercats is not as exciting as Transformers, GI Joe, or when I say GI Joe, I mean I mean Cobra, and I mean Duke. Because I honestly cannot stand. I do not like the Larry Hama GI Joe. This is not my thing. And just Thundercats, I like it slightly better than that. So, a lot of titles, or a lot of covers to say. David Cousins. I was gonna say David Caruso. No.
Yeah, again, do we need that many covers?
I don't know. Edwin Gelman's got a cover. Alex Ross, Icon variant.
I think this is a secret plot by the people that want everything to be digital to make all the comic shops go broke ordering fucking variant covers.
Well, they've been doing that for the past, how many years?
Yeah, it takes time.
There's even the Zach cover. Honestly, that's even a little more creepy too, because if you was doing the Terminator, it's Can you imagine the Terminator just targeted certain people, like his prejudice, and he wore an African Queen hat? I don't know. Like I said, I'm looking forward to this. I'll get a shot. Honestly, I'm gonna give the same shot I gave to this Sarah Connor the Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles back in the day when that show came on. I was iffy about that. I was like, how do you go from Linda Hamilton to this? But Laura Haiti actually pulled it off.
Yeah. Before we get out of my number two,
Yeah.
is it just me or does that Batman Absolute Batman logo look like the logo for Batman Strikes, the kids' book?
A little bit. But the Batman Strikes has more detail. That's just a rectangle.
I don't know. It's just the Batman itself.
So the other thing about this, okay, now if you look, okay, now if you're talking about the logo above. I think
Yes.
talking about on his chest.
No. The Batman logo.
The Batman logo, we find out is actually a freaking axe.
Oh yeah, we know. We learned that.
Which to me is the most stupid thing, and he's got spikes over him. I'll just say this: the reason I'm not getting this because once again, this is non-rich Bruce Wayne. This is Bruce Wayne as a regular city worker, probably working in construction. He's probably the crappy version of when Thor was working at construction. So
Sigurd Jarlson was awesome.
Yeah, this is the crappier version of that. There you go. Here's the battle axe. Came off his chest. There you go. His Batman is now steel. I guess that's supposed to be Alien. I'm not sure what the cover is, but just no. I don't. Is this Thor or Batman now?
Yeah, Glitcher, that's a great what if. And honestly, as well as albums sell now, I'm surprised that they haven't tried that. But
Oh my gosh,
they're a lot more expensive. Well,
I thought there was only 6.
Hey King, let's go. Let's get somebody out while you're at it. Or are you gonna piss that lead right away?
Really? There's an Akira version. That's insulting. Also, his cape. Remember, it's cut into 3 parts. This is so dumb. Oh, I thought that was Kelly Jones at first. Because whenever I see the freaking long ears, I think it's Kelly Jones. But this is also insulting too. Mark Brooks doing the Batman animated series. No matter who draws it, it looks like crap. I mean, I would just say this is Dark Knight's, death metal, whatever. Then it fits. Transfer the Dark Knight's tale for the modern age without the mansion, without the money, without the butler. What's left is absolute shit.
Well, we're paying way too much attention to something that's not on either one of our lists.
I'm sorry. I'm just triggered by it. I had an axe to grind.
Ha! Somebody stop him before he chokes again.
Well, we'll just bury the hatchet.
Are you finished?
No, I feel like flirting with disaster.
Or am I going to have to put sanctions on your humor?
Yes, I know what you're going. That's your number 2?
Yes, it is.
Wow. How far down is this? Did I pass it?
No.
That's ironic because, sir, that is also my number 2.
Wow, so your number 1 is not on my list at all, and obviously mine isn't on yours.
Yep. But Shop still hasn't got in the number 1. I've got every issue collected now except for an issue 1. Still waiting on that to come in. But yeah, the synopsis for this: painful truth is finally revealed. Dozens of horrible murders stand on the verge of being solved. Detectives Dimitrovich and Smirnov are forced to face off in the battle to determine both of their futures. Ah, ah, ah.
I was wondering when you were going to switch to Russian to read this synopsis.
I'm, I'm, hey, I am part of the Americans. I had to switch back to old language.
In Russia, murder solves you.
It does. Every time I see Ray Fox, I think he's gonna come on a pub and start beating you down while talking like an Irish accent.
Banger after banger after banger.
Bagara.
Actually, I heard that match was great.
Oh,
The Irish pub fight.
was that in CM Punk?
No, it was Sheamus versus his buddy that he called Butch that turned on him.
What?
Yeah. Well, apparently Sheamus puts on as good a match as anybody there. It's just nobody cares about him anymore.
I was gonna say I remember he came back, but no one talks about him. You're the first person to mention.
He's trapped in mid card hell, and he's
You know why? Because he lost Cesaro.
Well, he's also been there for 17 years, and
yeah,
has
he been there for 17 years?
Yeah, I think 2007 was his debut.
Wow,
that's wow, man! Just like that, 60.
Which Shawn Michaels and Taker pushing?
Wow. So once did you bet the over tonight?
Yeah. I don't know. No, X-Men. All right. Let's see here. Under Quinn, did you put your books down yet?
Yeah, so number 2. I think he always said he's getting 2 Minor Arcana.
Okay, see that there. Is it the number 1 yet?
God damn, I love Tasker Hernandez. I hope he's a red next year.
Yo, what's up, Bad Comics? Great to see you here. Welcome to our cozy little chat here, where we just kind of do new comic ASMR. Talk about the things that we're excited to talk about. Then Breen yells in the ear, "Sports ball!" It's just random. It's like you have Tourette's. You just randomly just yell at things.
Oh yeah, the Padres take a 6-1 lead, and they've already given 4 of the runs back. Well, so that's why I asked Glenzer if you bet the over, because if you bet the over, he's going to be fine.
They took and they gave back. Aren't they Padres? Aren't they supposed to be? They're priests.
It's just like I said, the guy. That's why the Dodgers are so tough to beat. The 13 or the $1.3 billion that the first 3 hitters make, none of them hit the grand slam. It was the guy after him.
I love it when the pitcher is like the worst batter, and he does something crazy like that.
Oh no! I mean, this guy, 30-something homers, 100 RBI, but he's a pauper. He's only making $22 million.
How old is Ken Griffey Jr.? Is he still young enough to play?
God no, he's pushing 60.
Is he? Oh, him and Darryl Strawberry. I always like watching those guys play. Bo Jackson, and just Griffey can just go up and just grabbing the ball and be like, nope.
No, actually, Griffey's probably his mid-50s.
Yeah. Who was the other one? There was Deion Sanders did football. What else did he do? Did he do baseball? I think he was the other one because I know Jordan did baseball and basketball. Was Deion Sanders on football and baseball?
Yeah, he actually played for the Falcons and the Braves in the same day.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a couple of race car drivers that used to do that.
I don't know why, but that name just popped in my head, Deion Sanders. I was like, yeah, it's just, now I'm thinking of Emmitt Smith and all those guys. Anything to say about sanction?
Oh, I'm sorry. One second. I meant to. If it was about the sports betting, I meant to say Glenzer.
Oh, what's up, Cheryl's? How's it going, Chef? Do you think our boy's gonna make it out of this,
I
or do you think he's gonna be dead in this book?
think he lives. Probably
Lives
lives.
on the run, or lives having clean corruption?
I think you might see a low winter sun ending because they've kind of been setting it up that he's going to save the day, but the corrupt, the bureaucracy is not going to let him take credit for it. They're going to basically say,
sweep it on the rug.
Remember the Night Stalker movie when the cops came in when Kolchak was staking scores, and instead of treating him like a hero, they ran him out of town. That's my guess. What's going to happen to Dimitrovich?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, as long as he gets a happy ending with his wife, Alrighty then. Well, that was both our number twos. Let's go to your number one. But first, give a little recap of which your 5 through.
Number 5, Geiger. Number 4, Rocketeer breaks free. Number 3, Johnny Quest. Number 2, Sanction. And number 1, Space Ghost.
I had a feeling that I could have sworn that was coming out at the same time as the other one. That's why I was like.
See, I do know enough about it to say it like the cartoon. It's up farther. That's actually selling a little bit.
Is it?
I think so. I think it was higher up than Johnny Quest. Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Okay. Oh, it's got Deadpool on the cover. Oh, at first I thought it was Deadpool.
Yeah, I buy the. Yeah, I buy the what do you call them? Throwback, vintage, whatever. That I'll be getting that one.
Anthony Marquez.
Yeah.
Why would you not? That's a Cartoon Network one version. I see all the time. Is that the only cover? Oh my gosh, there's more.
Yeah, that's as close as we're getting to a gold key 60s looking cover. So that's
that. Honestly, that looks like what was the cartoon? Did it look like this, or was it?
No, that's the original uniform.
But I remember like in the when Space Ghost Coast to Coast, when they had his own talk show thing, they make that mockery. He had this costume like that. And did you watch that clip I shared with you a couple weeks ago on Sports Ball about it was Randy Savage as his pop? Space Ghost dad.
I think I saw that, but
it's like, man, having a Space Ghost show with just having Randy Savage just doing the voice the whole entire time. But, yeah, so he shoots energy beams out of his hands. Does he go intangible? What's his powers? Does he have any powers, or is he just Batman in space?
No, he's got powers, and that's one of them. He can shoot that shit out of his hands, but I don't know if he can turn intangible or not. Again, somebody's more versed in Space Ghost lore. Like, tell me that
because he's a ghost. That's what I was confused about.
Yeah,
because I was looking at the main cover.
Well, the Phantom is the ghost who walks, but
look at this main cover. He's kind of like going invisible. So I wonder.
I don't know.
I mean, that's cool if he does. If he's able to, like, obviously he can fly.
He hasn't done it yet, so
maybe they're saving that for the climax. He can turn invisible. Huzzah! Thank you, One Slick Dude.
Cool. And thank you, Maranya, for confirming.
Last page is him pooping himself as he died. You talking about Space Ghost? Or you talking about Mark McGuire?
No, I think he's talking about Sanction.
Oh, okay. He went from Mark McGuire.
Oddly enough, that would not be a total surprise.
Oh, all right.
But if it is, you're banned from the channel.
Alrighty then. So that okay. All right, yeah, it's David Proposed writing this. He
again, somebody who's not known for being terribly interesting as a writer, but damn, he has just nailed this.
For those who know Wraith, he's a commentator. He usually leaves comments on EA's channel or I Love Comics, and I'll even leave it on my channel as well. He corrected us. He said that Zebwell did a limited Conan run or not Zeb, well, Jim Zub, sorry. But he also said that David Propose did Savage Avengers, and along with somebody else. So I don't know.
All right, don't keep us in suspense. We got trades to get to.
Oh yeah, okay. My number 5 for this week was the Kryptonian Age. Number 4 was Rocketeer Breaks Free. Yes, sounds like a musical. Then number 3 was Terminator. Number 2 was Sanction. Number 1 for me is I'm pissed because it's not up in here. Why is it at the top spot? Because it's in number 5. Transformers. Secret Origin of Starscream. After their stunning events of this battle with its Decepticons, Starscream has been left for dead. And now the secret to surviving the future may be revisiting his shocking past. Where it all went wrong. And one night at McDougal's. We got Jetfire, Laserbeak, Soundwave, and a new character. First appearance of Genvo. Whoever that is. But also, Jason Howard's taking over for a couple of issues. A lot of people were worried that Janet Warren Johnson was leaving the book again. But Jason Howard is taking over the art for at least this issue, and then I think the next 2. And then Corona is coming back for. He's back down here. Jorge Corona. But Jorge Corona is still doing covers, though. He's got a cover being here. Which kind of crazy. And then yeah. I think that's it. Francisco. I was to see if the actual guy taking over actually has a cover, but does anybody ever get these retailer exclusive covers at all? Do you know anybody who bought these?
Those are the kind of things where you have to buy X amount of issues to get one of those, and usually most shops will only get them if they've already got a buyer for them because they're expensive. Depending on the ratio.
Well, yeah, these aren't ratios; these are retailer ones. These are just 100. The highest goes to that. These go actually like exclusive stores. It's like a 6/16 Comics, which is the actual website. I learned you can buy it. That Betty and Veronica cover, the one where she's diving in the pool, the one I showed you, the more risque one,
yeah.
$24 on their website, just that cover. So, but I do like this shock or Soundwave. But alrighty though, let's jump over to well, first quickly, did he drop his number 1? Oh, yeah, Transformers. Okay, cool, awesome, bro. All right, let's go look at trades coming up this week because there are quite a few. All right. Moon Knight, Jed McKay Omnibus, $100. I would grab it, but I already have all the issues. Batman the Cult, Deluxe Edition hardcover. I'm not sure what that is.
It was the Prestige series that came out after the Dark Knight Returns. It was, if I'm not mistaken, Jim Starlin writing and Bernie Wrightson was the artist.
Let's see if we're right. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, and Batman tries to infiltrate a cult, and he basically gets captured and broken. And Robin has to save him.
Wait, so it's like Ram V's current Detective Comics.
Well, you didn't think that was original, did you?
I'm shocked. Danny Warren Johnson, Extremity. I've never heard of this one. Is being released now, $50. All right, then we can skip that. We don't care about Spectacular Spider-Man.
Nope.
But here's a Real American Hero compendiums. And then Last Mermaid. I don't know what that is. Moon Knight, Trial of Mark Spector coming out this week. Mike Barron, Chuck Dixon, Howard Mackey, Judge Reinhold. This guy, I don't know what Reinhold's
Bill.
is. But I'm thinking about picking it up. But all right, then we got the Conan Barbarian Volume 3. Also, Superman: The Metal Curtain we released for $20. Including Spider-Man by David Michelin and Eric Larson omnibus. $100. Or you can get the other version with Captain Boomerang. Vader's castle, really? I didn't know Vader has a castle. That's just weird. Conan the Barbarian, Titan, original comics omnibus, hardcover. Release again. Volume 1, Volume 2. These a lot of covers. Fantastic Four Epic Collection, the world's greatest comic magazine.
Is that wow? That okay? So
it's Lee and Kirby.
That's a new printing because I was checking to see if it was one of those that were
modern
miniature ones, but no. But that's already been redone. So
yeah,
so that's a new printing.
I don't want to keep releasing these. It's kind of weird. So if you missed the first Epic Collection, I get Volume 1 again.
Huh?
I can just pick up the Masterworks. They have that at my shop.
Of course, you meant Governor Works.
It's very governorful. Black Hammer, another Jeff Lemire book that I've never, and I don't know anybody who's read. Night Thrasher, no one's reading that. Barbaric, I think Zach was reading that a little bit. Power Pack, Into the Storm. That's the new one, collected again. Seven Sword of Conan the Barbarian. Original Comics, Omnibus, Volume 9. Creepy, Volume 8. This is 31 through 41. Do I need to click on this, or do you have it?
Oh, no, I've got the hardcover.
Okay. All right, The Magic Order. There you go. Volume 3.
Nice.
All right, then Frank Miller's Pandora, Volume 1. Hardcover is coming out this week as well. Adam! Sorry. Some manga through Titan. Garfield Folk Chorus, Volume 4. And then some weird stuff.
More weird stuff.
Yep. Hey, and Friends of the Eastern Front.
That's Fiends. And Fiends.
Sorry. Well, they lost our. And that's it.
Good. I escape unscathed.
Well, you got to get those magic orders.
Eventually, I will.
So,
I'm not worried about those going out of print anytime soon.
You say that now. But Elseworlds Batman. That's out this week, too. So, $25. Remember, anything you see on here is also on in-stock trade as well, so it's even cheaper. So, but that is it for this week, though. Hope you guys saw something maybe you guys want to check out. No, the other one. That one. Parmaker's still kids. I thought they would have made them in super woke late teens or early 20s. You know what I would have done? Have them say the same as kid form, but they're smoking cigarettes and they sound like the kids in dark.
Well, remember, C.B. Cebulski aged up the oldest daughter and turned her gay.
Yeah.
But the rest of them just kind of forgot to age.
She's a nice lady. Yeah. All right. Have you hit the like button? Do you subscribe? Well, I try to tell people. I mean, that's one of the things like on the channel here. I notice that is that we get a lot of people who watch things, but they don't click the like button, or not just like button. They don't click the notification bell. But I understand. I mean, if you really want to be notified, I'm not going to force you to. But I mean, like, We do a lot of readings on this channel. There's gonna be a lot of we pretty much have something being uploaded almost every day. Monday nights we have the Teen Titans Go. Tuesday nights we have their top 5. Wednesdays I got Batman Dark Victory being uploaded. And then Thursdays best of the week. Friday 2 more readings. Saturday some readings in the morning, some readings at night. Another Batman Victory being uploaded, and then Sunday 2 more readings, and then it starts all over again. So I understand if you don't want the notification bell because there's too many freaking alerts, but. The modern one did age them up a bit. Okay. Did any of them start shaving yet? Is there a bill that does the opposite? Rager, I've been trying to find the bill that gets rid of you. It doesn't exist. Notification bell doesn't list this channel until I tune in. Well, Glinzer, I do stream to Twitch as well. So if you do get alert on Twitch faster than you do on YouTube, you can always hop over from Twitch and jump on YouTube. But anyway, if you guys do want to support the channel, we have a couple ways you can do it. You can by word of mouth, showing up and interacting what you guys are doing right now in chat while we're live. That's always appreciated because it kind of feels depressing when it's like 6 people on a panel and then like no one watching. Also, you can go down to ko-fi.com/Puppetine. You can drop some money in there, help us pay for the Ko-fi and also, or not Ko-fi, but the StreamYard. Also pays for the Comixology, what I use to basically get the books for you guys. And yeah, you can also click like, subscribe, and all that stuff. So, but I think the biggest thing is helping is just sharing out the channel and just leaving comments down below, just saying hello, or just saying hello, or saying whatever you want to say. All right, I'm the lone watcher on Twitch, but if I dare type in a comment, some bot might show up. Dude, I get bots on the channel when there's no one like we just stream sometimes. So I don't always stream to Twitch for the readings. That's the fact that no one really watches on Twitch. But I mean, every once in a while I do put it on there. So like for stuff like this, for talk show like this, because then we have someone can interact with somebody on Twitch if they're in the chat. Like tonight, there was no one popped on from Twitch, but it's okay because Twitch has got some things about. The one thing I don't like about Twitch is that you have to be a moderator. If you're a moderator, if you want to get rid of a bot, you have to actually be there watching on Twitch. The minute you jump on there, and you can't see previous messages, which really sucks. But what's up, Mark? Saying I really enjoyed the show. Well, I really enjoyed having you here. So thank you, Eric.
What? Oh, is that a request?
I don't know.
Hello. There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, apparently YouTube sucks for notifications. If you do have a Twitch account, the follows up on there, Geeky Puppet Show. And when we go live on there, you'll know that we're also going live on YouTube because I don't just stream to Twitch by itself. Banner Comic Reviews, great to see you here. Glenzer, great to see you here too as well. Pretty much everybody, but basically everyone but Rager. Although I do like Rager, he's cool. Rager, you got to show up to the ratings more because I can't do the how's it going, little Rager. If you're not there, I need you there for the Fantastic Four readings, bro. You have to be there because we incorporate you into the actual reading. Alrighty. I would go on Twitch, but I never really think of Twitch unless I'm watching Maximilian Dude. Otherwise, I forget it exists. Yeah, plus, yeah, I can hear you. All chatters are here. And, thank you for being here, Cher. Sure. Say hello to Cheryl. Cheryl's is a new person. She's great. She's awesome. She's Canadian. So, give her a round of applause. A little golf clap. All right. And I guess there's a ranking coming in the next couple minutes over on I Love Comics, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What are we doing tonight?
No idea.
Makes 2 of us. MK, what's up, buddy? Funny show. Ethereal Dragon, Canadian hard pass. Can you really say that Canada is any worse than the United States right now? I don't know. It's like living in Canada isn't that bad. Cheryl's still alive. She survived. We all love Canadians except that one guy who runs the country who chronically wears blackface. Zach isn't there. Um, one's like, dude, what's up? Getting the claps, and Cheryl's crying because she's in Canada. Tales of Astonished comic books. Okay, oh cool. Hey, Breen, look. If you look in the upper left corner, it says there's 16 people watching.
Really?
Why?
Remember when we thought Zach was ratings?
I guess not. I guess it must be the comic ASMR, where we just kind of cool and just collect and just kind of just sit here and just talk about nothing and interact with the chat. Mm-hmm. Blame Canada. The Chinese do. Chinese blame Canada? I didn't know the Chinese blame Canada. Let's see here. All right, and that is their statement for tonight. Nobody likes Justin Trudeau.
Nope.
Not even his wife. And no, we're not going to blame Canada anymore. Unless we're blaming Canada for Canada Dry. I hate that ginger ale. Ugh, it's gross. Alrighty, guys. So with that being said, if you guys see, good 16 people watching here. If you 16 people can go over to the Batman Dark Victory readings and just give those a view. Just turn the volume down if you don't even want to listen. Just have it in the background. Just let it play. For some reason, those don't get that much love. Also, check out in our videos tab. I have part 2 of the 2016 Greg Rucka Wonder Woman reading that I did with Cheryl's. So show some support for our Canadian Cheryl's, who is our Wonder Woman on that. Give that video some love. And I guess we'll see you guys on I Love Comics. So, but other thing important here is that Puppetine and Froggy are going to be back for Superman and Lois sometime this week. We're going to do the season premiere review. So look out for that. And yeah. All right, guys. All right, Brain, take us out.
We're out.
Happy trails to you.
Turn out the lights. The party's over. They'll go all dandy Don on you.
All right. Later, guys. Thank you for being here once again. We love you. Bye.
Get out. We run the room later.